All right, boys, here we go on the most insane night of racing. This is Oakland Supercross. I'm not even kidding either. This was the most chaotic, insane night of racing I have ever experienced. I'll get into it. The end of this video is actually tragic. But this is my qualifying lap. Actually, this is the first lap of qualifying. And this is me. I actually put down a really good lap, and it took me a really long time to beat this lap. So this is not the lap that qualified me, but like my second fastest lap. All day I had been running like mid 108s, and based off of EU, I thought, excuse me, qualifying was probably going to be like 109.1, 109.2. Well, okay, so this section I want to point out too. Look, I have to go inside here, and I only double off the Dragon's Back, so remember that for next round. Anyway, I was running 108s, and so, you know, with a 109.1, 109.2 probably being bottom qual, I was feeling pretty confident going into this round, or into this qualifying, that I would be able to qualify. And actually, this lap right here ended up being a 107.6. But if you look, this is the last lap of qualifying. The clock is running out as we speak. There's only 50 seconds left or something on the clock. That means, you know, I might be able to get one more lap, but if I get close to the end, this is the last lap. It took me until, literally, this is the last lap I did in qualifying to try and beat that 107.6. Almost at the tough blocks there. Obviously, these guys there's no collisions on, so you see I go right through them. I was really trying to, scrub off as much speed. This triple, you had to be really careful because you could overshoot it really easy. Oh man, it was just, this track. And then these whoops were absolute nightmares for me. I kept going second into third, and that time I just only went second, and it worked. Almost lost it there. Triple off the top of the Dragon's Back. That can be really challenging. And as you can see, top left, I'm way up on my time. Kind of bobbling the whoops there, and just need to try and get this lap done. And right here, I need to hit this quad. That's a huge time saver on 250. Come up a little short, but I end up qualifying.
Oh, baby!
11th. And as you can hear by my comms,
man.
I was pretty stoked. I was stoked, man. I wanted the top qual in my qualifying set so bad. All right, so here's the heats. I'll explain why, but look at this start. Oh man, that was such a money start. I've been practicing that all day. I wanted to just check up, let everyone die, and then Doc can get off to a start. This is the heat, okay? And why this is important. There was server issues all day long. Absolute nightmare server issues all night long. The not even just the aerial servers, but MX bike servers were going down, and it was just, I mean, honestly, from qualifying to when we got into this race, it was probably, I just took that guy out, my bad. That's okay. This is like one of two major mistakes I make this whole heat race, which I actually ride really well. I make a lot of little mistakes, but as far as like major mistakes, that was really one of only, I think, two, maybe three. Anyway, this was a kind of a mistake here too. Okay, the first opening laps, boys, I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I've been working on how do I don't know what to do to try and calm my nerves. I think I need experience. I've been praying before the races. I know some of you may think that's funny, but like, man, it helps me, honestly. I've been praying, like, man, Lord, just calm my nerves, man, because I want to do well, and I want to show up for you guys. But the first couple laps, you'll see I make kind of a couple bonehead, and Pitbull was playing at Starbucks or something. But yeah, first couple laps I make some kind of bonehead mistakes, nothing too crazy. And I knew this was a big one there. I was kind of worried about Pitbull since he was kind of lagging everywhere, and I checked up a little bit because I didn't want to slam into him and ruin his race and my race. So I checked up just a little bit. But from this point on, I actually start to ride pretty well. Like I said, little mistakes here and there. Okay, hold on. Okay, no, my bad. I take that back. Maybe there was more mistakes than I thought. Anyway, I'm in 5th. What I was getting at, wow, I am all over the place. It's like I had a caffeine today. Because they had so many server issues today, what they were going to do is they were only going to do heat races. And instead of doing last chance qualifiers, they were just going to do heat races. And they were going to take 11 from each heat race, so that would make 22 for the main. So this heat race is really important for me. Really important. Like, if I don't qualify, you know, top 11 here, I'm not going to the main. And I was pretty stressed about that. Really wanted to make sure I got into the main. I qualified 11th. There's no reason for me not being in the main. I've been riding all day, feeling really good on this track. The track is really technical, and when the E-road kicks in, it's actually insane. And so these are things, like, that's a good example right there. Those are things I've been trying to work on. You know, you saw I clipped a little bit, and I decided to double through that section instead of triple. And because of that, I think I actually pull a pretty decent gap on the rider behind me because I didn't go down. I think he made a mistake as well. So I think at this level now, I'm starting to get fast, like actually fast. And I think what I'm starting to learn is, you know, these guys are also making, you know, I mean, maybe not the top 3 guys, but the rest of the field is also making mistakes. And I think that I had it stuck in my head that, like, man, I have to run qualifying laps, race, like as my race pace, and I can't make mistakes. And so I put a lot of pressure on myself to, like, okay, I have to be perfect. I have to run, you know, if qualifying was 105s, maybe a 106 was acceptable. And, like, while that's true maybe for the top 2 guys, you know, for everywhere else, like, man, just stay on the bike. And I mean, look, I crashed like 4 times, but because I've made some better decisions of, you know, not putting myself down over and over again, I'm in 5th place right now, and I'm actually closing on the guys in front of me, and I'm gapping the guys behind me just because I'm being smart. Now, that's Casanova, I believe. Casanova was a top qualifier, and he was just kind of down bad on the start, so, like, there's no way I'm holding Cass up, you know, or, like, there's no way he's not getting around me. I make a little mistake here in the whoops, there goes Cass, and that's just one of those things. He qualified, you know, I qualified like a 107.2, he qualified like a 105.1. Cass was just on one today, just absolutely flying. And I was like, all right, that was the line right there. And oh, that's another thing. As you can see, like, I'm taking different lines here. That was something I really tried. That guy just came across. Something I really tried to do. And was work on, you know, in between when I had time to ride the track, was work on, like, okay, what are some alternate lines? And that's something the first couple rounds I didn't really think about, or even, I was so concerned with going fast that I didn't really work on any of my racecraft. And so, like, this week, I have really been focusing on riding an E-road, which I've been getting a lot better, like a lot better at riding an E-road. And you just, I don't know if you guys saw that, Flumes, just literally did a barrel roll. That was fire. But riding an E-road, I'm a lot better at riding an E-road. I'm actually, to be honest, I think I feel more comfortable on these Supercross tracks now when there's E-road. But look at this. All right, I worked on not going down and just being consistent. I just got around Pitbull. So now, holy, so now I'm up to 4th. I'm right behind Flumesy, and Casanova's right there as well. Flumesy qualified right behind me. So I know that we're similar pace, so there's no reason I shouldn't be able to hang with him. I make a huge mistake here, but again, instead of trying to, like, get back on the track, I hit the brakes, make a smart decision to stay on, and I get around Flumesy because he made a mistake. Like, this was a really good learning experience for me of just try to ride smart, you know, try to minimize your mistakes. And look, I'm in 4th now and well within a transfer spot. You know, I don't know how many seconds is that? I'm like 20 seconds ahead of not qualifying. I'm going to have a decent gate pick, you know? Like, it's not even like I'm barely qualifying now. Like, I'm going to have a decent gate pick, which is going to set me up for the main event. I was feeling so good. My nerves are starting to wear off from earlier in the race. And honestly, like, I was just feeling it, you know? I probably had the biggest smile on my face right now. I do make a huge mistake right here, but this is like one of the only, like, this is just me being bad. I just went a little too hot in that corner and just, you know, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. Unfortunately, these whoops are gnarly, so it has to, you know, I have to kind of surrender this position. Pitbull just, like, spawns in front of me. I don't know. And then check this out. Guys. Yep. Yes. Guys, there was one more lap to go. My game crashed. I don't know. I don't even know what to do. My game crashed. There was one more lap to go, boys. All I had to do was, I think, get across the finish line, and I think I was going to get white flag. I was so within qualifying there, I can't express how frustrated and just sad I am about that. But there is a silver lining to this. Actually, they end up kind of canceling the entire event because I think pandas and a bunch of people's game crashed because there's a ton of like Poboso server issues. So they canceled the entire event. I'm actually not sure what's going to happen as far as like what are we doing moving forward. But man, yeah, I don't know. Again, like, man, I think I would have had such a good night tonight if we were able to race. But anyway, this is the cards we were dealt. I don't know. I don't think there's anything to take away from tonight other than positives. I qualified 11th. What the heck, man? Dog's barking. I qualified 11th. Was gonna transfer straight into the main and was hanging with the guys. You know, I cleaned up some of those mistakes and we're right there. So yeah, I don't know, man. Felt really good, but I wanted to share this with you because it's crazy. Anyway, I love you boys, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you guys need anything, DMs are always open. Twitter, Discord, or Instagram. I would love to talk with you if you need anything. All right? I love you. Peace.